my name is Kaylee, and I am a rising junior. I'm an environmental science major, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a member of this Story Plus team.
Hi, my name is Joy Liu, and I'm a rising sophomore majoring in computer science and visual media studies. I'm also part of the undergraduate research team.
Hello, I'm Hui. I use she and they pronouns. I'm a rising junior and a major in culture anthropology.
So, hello from the Art as Relations and Repair Across Disabled Ecologies and History Story Plus team. We spent the past 6 weeks exploring fungal networks called Mycelia, where fungi connect and exchange information and nutrients with each other, and in the case of mycorrhiza, with plants as part of a worldwide web. We wanted to explore the following questions in our research. What do or can mycelial networks look like? How does colonialism live in our current landscape and scientific discourse about fungal communities? How can we reinterpret these relationships through art as resistance and reimagine multi-species care and communal survival?
For the first few weeks of our time together as a team, we compiled some background research on colonialism and language justice, studied colonial legacies in environmental science, and took a deep dive into the current scientific understandings of mycelia. We also went on several field trips, including a visit to urban trees with Guy Miller, an experienced arborist and amateur puppeteer. We also visited the Duke Florist and the Fungi Lab with Dr. Ritis Vigalis, a professor at Duke. Together, we learned about different mycelial forms both in the local environment and in the lab. We also had meetings with several guest speakers, including Benjamin Davis, a postdoctoral fellow of ethics at U Toronto, who studies the politics of Afro-Caribbean philosophy, and David Haskell, a biology professor and author who discussed communication and sensory experience with us.
So why zine and why make it physical? After doing all these research, we decided as a team that a wonderful way to represent all our past research would be through a zine. Zine are a radical format that provide accessible knowledge for a general audience. Furthermore, this zine is handmade and completely physical. We handwrote every single word, and this physicality was important to us because the process of making involved our body and mind connecting to the production of our work. Through this process, making was equally just as important as the final product.
We all made a zine together as the Fungus Among Us collective. This zine, Mycelia, represents our artistic reinterpretation of mycelial networks. It is not intended to be definitive or prescriptive. While it is built upon existing knowledge in the scientific community, we intend to challenge the colonial legacies of transparency deeply embedded in Western science, that what is known can be conquered and what is illegible to the Western research man is cast aside as savagery or non-existent. We strive to combine what is known with imagination of what it could be, while retaining the humility before the vastness of mycelial networks, that they can simply be. The process of making a zine itself is also mycelic. We felt inspired by the political poetics of Mycelia, which talks about a Danish grassroots group called Mycelia. Each of their members is a spore that retains their own individual qualities, but remains integrated into the communal body. Likewise, the zine sprung from the Fungus Among Us collective's communal writing and art making. Inspired by the mycelial community, we invite you to challenge the idea of the individual or the atomized I while reading the zine and after.
So now I'll be showing an overview of the zine that we have created. So we use threads of twine throughout the zine to represent mycelia on the page and off the page as well. The threads can be tied and untied to rearrange the pages as there are no particular order, much like how mycelium grows in nature asymmetrically, inward and outward, upward and downward, in no particular direction. Square knots is also what we use to tie each pages together and is a means of representing embodiment practices and represent mycelium network communicate with each other through electrical pulses. And on top of that, we also use collage and heavy handwritten text with material that are not new but recycled or already owned to represent an organic form that is very physical and can be examined by a viewer with their own hands. Each collage would explore a topic regarding the fungus mycelium through artistic expression that relates to other topic in a nonlinear fashion. For example, the rightmost page that explored a scientific categorization of two kinds of mycorrhiza, and noanecto, while incorporating poetic quotes from literatures. And the origami title page incorporates an art form that represents cluster mycelium network and how they interact with each other. They appear symmetrical, but upon close inspection, each are unique and arranged in a non-symmetrical form to mimic nature. The back of each page have handwritten reflection and explanation on the intentionality and motivation behind each page. For example, the page with fairy ring collage represents the discussion of death as regeneration. And now I'll be showing a physical form of the zine.
This is the zine. It's connected in one particular way right now, but it could really be tied together in any way. We have it tied together with square knots, just for practicality reasons. And we could demonstrate the tying and untying and folding of the zine as well. So this is how we would fold it, really anyway, but we just choose to do it like this time. And then we have some rope here just to kind of show how we might tie a knot for the zine. Square knot. Just like that.
Yeah.
And nothing is permanent. Everything can be tied and untied.
Yeah, so we invite the audience to also participate in the tying and untying of these pages, and you can connect them in any way you like if you come to see it in person, potentially in the fall in the Arts Annex.
All right, so finally a deep dive into one of our zine pages. So this page right here, this is the front and back, is a spore print. It's a print make, so each member of our collective worked on this print. We etched it together in a free form and didn't plan each stroke, but instead reacted to and interacted with one another while making it. So this work is imbued with a deep physical intention and with repetition, kind of like a meditation. Our bodies etched every line. We put pressure down where needed and lightened up where not. The printing, too, was a very physical process. We put our time and care into coating the plate with ink, wiping it away, and pressing it onto a page over and over again. We want to challenge the idea of copyright and individual authorship that often serves to gatekeep knowledge from communities that are extracted for these knowledges. Throughout the spore print, there are words etched between and woven into the lines. These words are the heart of the project, reflecting our values, questions, and interpretations. They also may not be readable to the viewer. This is fine. Most of a mycelial network is underground or microscopic, unavailable to be perceived by our human eye. This doesn't mean the words or the mycelium doesn't matter. So here we have some images of our field trips, and we just want to say thank you for watching our presentation and perhaps looking forward to having you come see our zine in the Arts Annex in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you.